Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to this week's episode of Tuesday Preppers, where we take a look at the in-game news for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and talk a little bit about what's going on and how to get ready for this week's content. Thankfully, this week we do have a little bit of content going on, and so I'll talk a little bit about that and how to get ready for it to the best of my ability. Usually I pull this information from the JP side of the wiki, and right now the page for the upcoming event is missing. Sometimes that happens. They change the name of the wiki page, but then like the page becomes non-viewable. And so we're just going to go based on what we have in the in-game news, which is really the most official source of information anyways, because stuff can change all the time from the JP side, and what we see here is always the best. So there you go. As far as the upcoming content, really only one event, the Battle on Blazing Sands. Now, Battle on Blazing Sands is a box summon event, so you're going to want to take a bunch of Xenogears units and bring friend units that are Xenogears units to farm up the stuff and summon from the box. There are a couple of interesting things in here. They say like you can get these abilities, which are like not super great, but they're there. And then just bring bonus units and stuff like that. So here's what we know just from this bulletin. You do want to get up to 350,000 event points to get lots of Lapis. It does say Lapis. It doesn't say replica Lapis. It just obtain lots of Lapis. Hopefully it's the real stuff. And then it says not a whole lot else. So all we really know is that this is the enemy that we're facing. We see that right here, and it looks like a machine. So my guess is that this is a machine enemy. Faye's target is the Invincible Fleet, spearheaded by its flagship kkthanxbai and commanded by Vanderkaum, a man eager to put his vessel's destructive cannon to use. So this is probably the destructive cannon, and if it's a destructive cannon for a warship, it's probably a machine. So that's kind of where I'm going for that. But these are usually not that hard. So if you're going to set a friend unit, set a Xenogears unit with Machine Killer. Shouldn't be too hard. Most Xenogears units do pretty well at fighting machines, and that's really all there is to that. So as far as upcoming content, that's what we know in the game right now. There is something else going on though that I do want to take a second to talk about, because I've not really seen anybody talk about it, and that is the Community Challenge event. So if you scroll up here, it says FFBE Community Challenge updated, and it tells us that we do need to be clearing the Omega Spawn Rush EXT and the Looming Wall EXT, which were added last week just as like something to do. And it says 2 past challenge events are going to make a return each week in May. They're not actually giving us new ones this week. They're giving us just like more time to work on the other one, 5.2 to 5.16. And it says to work together by clearing certain quests to get the milestones. At the end of the event, all clears made for both will be counted, and each milestone, once you reach it, they ship us the reward. So the first one is 20,000 total clears, and you get 1,000 Lapis replica, which is like woo, right? It says the total number of clears based on the number of clears made by all players during the event period will provide constant updates. Kind of funny. They'll update us on this, and then they will send it to us after the event has ended. So there's this like mystery amount here and mystery rewards, and we are not even close. So right now we have only collectively cleared 12,556. We've got some work to do. So if you are somebody who can do your part to help us get rewards, help all players, go in and clear this up. Now, what I think is frustrating about this is that sadly you don't get anything else other than this Lapis replica. So like if you've already played the events when they were originally released, you don't get any new stuff. And in fact, if you never played these events, they give tickets that you can't spend. So that's really frustrating and really confusing to a lot of players. I do see a lot of questions about this in the Facebook group, and various other places. Where can I spend these tickets? Where can I spend these resources? You can't, and that's really frustrating because they didn't reopen the shop. I understand why they didn't. I just think it's really frustrating and confusing to a lot of players, and they really should have said something. They should also have made this much clearer from the beginning. Go in there and do this over and over and over and over again. We're counting it multiple times per player, not 20,000 individual players. Like, you can go in and you can do this multiple times, and it's very, very easy at this point. Just get it done, help all our players out, get everybody 1,000 Lapis replica and whatever this mystery reward is. That way we can all reap the benefits. That's really it, though, as far as this community event goes. So just go in there and do this really easily. Looming wall in particular, Omega Spawn, not that difficult. If you can clear this with NVAs, as I did do it on. I've done it with like the Type 0 NVA Couture. I used him and just I've cleared both these. It's super easy, not difficult at all. So if you have any questions about this, if you're having trouble clearing Omega Spawn Rush and Looming Wall, let me know and I'll put something together. But I don't think most players should have a difficult time with this at this point in the game. And that's really it. There's a new summon for a Xenogears unit. Faye is coming, Slayer of God Faye. He seems to be missing his partner in crime. From what I understand, Faye does good damage, but is missing a good leader, a good dark leader in particular. Yeah, actually, what's funny about that? So Bart, the new Bart does technically have some dark support, but he is a light leader, light in Xenogears. If I go over to him, where is he? I happen to get Bart on a ticket, but he's got dark mode, so he can go into dark mode and give himself a 30% amp. But he can do dark damage. But the problem with that is that even though he has dark, the problem is that if you go into his Brave Shift, Meteor Fall is a light element attack. So even if you add dark to yourself, you're splitting your damage, and that's tricky. So he really wants to be on a light team because his leader skill is Xenogears and light and Clash of Wills support. So he doesn't want to split his own. So even though if I've got him, he doesn't really work super well for Faye, even though he does technically lead Faye and can do dark technically. It's just he's also doing light, and that's not necessarily good. So back to Faye. Faye's missing a good leader, and there's supposed to be a leader that came out with him, but where's Emeralda? Is she coming out later? Is she coming out at all? Who knows? We could go back and forth on that one, right? But she's not coming this week. We know that much. So Faye, it's actually kind of cool. I never played Xenogears. I did have Faye on in the 7-star era, and I used him quite a lot, especially once he got some upgrades. So it's cool to see him come back as a Neovision with a new version of Veltal 2. And it's cool to see this vision card getting updates. It's nice to see them update something rather than just shove a new thing at you. And yeah, kind of cool. Yeah. Anyways, if you're excited about Dark and Faye, Dark is there. There's Faye. But that's pretty much it as far as the content goes that's coming out this week. It's just, this one farming event. So in the meantime, what else might you be doing? You can go in and you can do Battle on Blazing Sands if you have, or not Battle on Blazing Sands. You can go in and do the community challenge event if you are just, done farming the event for whatever reason, and help everybody get those rewards. So cool. That's all I've really got for right now. Gear your Xenogears units for Machine Killer for friends, yeah, enjoy farming for the week. As far as what else to do, because I don't like to stream just auto farming and stuff like that. So I'm doing a playthrough right now of Final Fantasy 3 3D Remake. I just finished episode 1, and that's uploading right now actually. If you're interested in that, take a look. And if you want to watch that live and be part of our fun time, I'm probably going to be playing that for the next week or so while we seem to have nothing else going on during my stream nights. So if you're up for that and interested, take a look, and we'll maybe see you over there. In the meantime, be good to each other, take care, set a Xenogears unit as a friend for Thursday, and be good to each other. All right, have a good one.